Hello there, kids. How would you like to learn how to draw the American flag so it looks like it's blowing in the wind? That means we'll add a few extra details to make the stripes curve and wave instead of drawing them flat and straight. It takes a little more time, but when you're done, your flag will look pretty special, almost like it's moving in the breeze. Are you ready? Let's get started. As a quick note, I recommend adding center pencil guidelines on your paper before you start to draw. They're also on all of my tutorials, and they really help you get things centered and large enough to fill the paper. Let's begin by drawing that flagpole. It's an angled line that goes from here to here. After you have it planned, then connect those marks with a nice straight line. After that first line is done, then draw a parallel line to the right of it, about an inch over so. And when that line is done, then connect the two at a top with a curve and add an oval above it. Okay, the flag itself is going to get drawn in 3 sections to show the folds. And we can begin with this long curved line that touches the pole on the top and the bottom. Then let's draw the top curved line and the bottom one, which is a little shorter, and then connect them with a line like this. The middle section starts with the top curved line that's a little lower and the bottom one that also curves down. And when those are in place, then connect those endpoints too. That last section on the right has a small curve on top and a small one on the bottom, and they get connected with a curve that leans a little to the left. Moving back to that first section, let's draw a line in the middle, which is going to be the bottom of the rectangle for the stars. All right, the stripes on this section require 5 lines, so let's begin with one in the middle. Then if we add 2 lines equally spaced above that middle one and 2 below, we'll end up with just the right amount of lines for our red and white stripes. The stripes in the center section are a little different, but we can still begin in the middle, but this time with a pair of lines with equal amount of space above and below them. The space below the pair of lines is going to get 5 curved lines, so we can once again begin with the middle one. And then, like before, we'll add 2 matching lines above that and 2 below. The top section is going to get handled the same way, starting with the curved line that's in the middle. And like before, 2 curved lines are added above it and 2 are added below. The section that's on the right is going to follow the same formula for those stripes, so let's begin with a pair in the middle. Moving on above, let's add 1 line in the middle of that space and add 2 matching lines above it and 2 below. Working down, that bottom space gets a curved line in the middle and 2 lines above that and 2 underneath. Now for the stars, which in real life do follow a kind of up and down grid, but since our flag is blowing, we don't have to try to create that exactly. I'm just drawing stars that are kind of stacked and close, but not touching each other. If you just try to put them near each other and stagger them up and down when you can, that will be more than enough to make your flag look pretty realistic. Not to leave any empty spaces so that entire rectangle is filled with stars. Okay, so now I do recommend filling this flag in with markers as it looks best with some really bright colors. So I'm going to begin with gray for that metal flagpole and try to fill it in as smoothly as I can. Then comes the dark blue for the background of the stars. This does take some careful tracing. Try going around the star first and then filling in the area between afterwards. Do try to fill that area in, leaving the stars white and getting rid of as many little white spots in the blue as you can. After all that tiny coloring is done, the red stripes are certainly more easy to do. I recommend going around the outside first and then filling them in with long, smooth strokes. This will give you the smoothest color too. You'll see here that it is important to have the right number of lines in these sections. So you can start with a red stripe at the top and you end up with a red one at the bottom. The same is true for that section of the flag on the right. You should end up with the same number of stripes, starting and ending with a red one. It is good to check those red stripes before you finish, just to make sure they're all carefully filled in. Finally, I'm going to run an eraser over my stars to give them a cleaner look. And that, my friends, is how you can draw an American flag. It's a really great example of the power of lines, one of the elements of art, and how much they can make a shape really come to life. At Art Projects for Kids, you'll find many more drawing lessons just like this, including one for drawing the Statue of Liberty, Uncle Sam, and fireworks. I hope you check them out too.